right. Tonight's meeting of the Emmitsburg Planning Commission shall now come to order. And first thing on our agenda is to have the Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody please stand. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, looks like let the record show that everybody is in attendance tonight. And I have no opening statement. First thing then, our next thing on the agenda will be the 2020 reorganization. Elections for chairperson, vice chairperson, and we're echoing, and for secretary. It's been the custom for the election of the chairperson to turn the proceedings over to Zach, who will conduct that election, and then the person elected would then carry on for the rest of the meeting. So, Zach?
Okay, so the nominations for the 2020 chairperson is now open. Are there any recommendations for chairperson?
I'll recommend we continue with Keith.
Are there any other recommendations for chairperson? Hearing none, nominations for chairperson is closed. Is there a motion?
I move we re-elect Keith as our chairperson.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Motion carried. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll carry on to the next position, vice chairperson. Do I have a nomination? Anyone? I will then make a nomination for Mark to be vice chair. Do we have any other nominations? I hear a motion that the nominations be closed. Somebody please make a motion to close the nominations.
I'll make a motion to close the nominations for vice chair.
Motion has been made to close the nominations. Have I have a second? A second to the nomination to close the nominations.
Second.
There's a second. Okay, so all those in favor of the nomination for Mark to be vice chair, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Mr. Vice Chairman is Mark.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, third position that we have is secretary. Do I have a nomination?
I'll nominate Mark.
Mark is vice chair.
Oh,
I don't think he wants to
that's
be
right.
too.
Sorry.
Okay.
I prefer not.
I thought he did such a good job.
Oh,
Yeah, for the record, I'd just like to say Mark did a really
Yeah.
fantastic job on the minutes, and he great
Excellent.
turnaround.
I agree, 100%.
Well, thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Appreciate hearing that.
Nomination for secretary.
Not me. I've already been there.
I will nominate Dr. Bernard Franklin as secretary of the Planning Commission.
Okay, we got a nominations for Bernard to be secretary. Do we have any other nominations?
What's the job?
Taking minutes.
8 minutes.
It's relatively simple, and I'll
It is?
be happy to explain.
Okay.
And you get a CD at the end of the evening, so you can review things if you have to. So you
Okay.
don't have to
Right.
worry too much about copious notes.
Okay.
Right. Any other nominations? Do I hear a motion to close the nominations?
I'll make a motion to close the nominations.
Motion made to close the nominations. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, seconded. All those in favor of the nomination of Bernard to be secretary, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Nomination carries. Bernard, congratulations. You are secretary.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark.
Congratulations.
Seems like the newbies always get the secretary job, so.
We get the grunt roll.
My first day on the job, I
Yeah.
became secretary.
I've been there and done them all. I don't want to.
I'm fine. We'll make it work.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Oh, my. Shouldn't say that.
Okay, takes care of the three positions for our reorganization. Moving on, item 5, disposition of the minutes for our last meeting we held on the 17th of December. Has anybody not seen a copy of those minutes? Are there any comments, recommendations, changes to those minutes? Hearing-
I had none. I said if everybody was ready, I was going to make a motion.
Okay.
I didn't mean to step on your toes there.
Hearing no recommendations for changes, and ready for a motion to approve.
I move to accept the meeting minutes of December 17th, 2019 as
I'll
presented.
second that.
Motion made by Joe and seconded by Joyce to approve the minutes 17 December. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The minutes are approved. Okay, any old business? Apparently we have none. Moving on to new business, we have a annual report for 2019. Zach, you'd like to give us a little presentation on that?
Yeah, sure. So this is a pretty simple one this year, even though we did have a really busy year in 2019. So for the first question, this is all for the new people on the board. This is all a requirement per Land Use Article 1-207B that we submit this to the state every year. So after it's approved tonight, it will go before the Board of Commissioners for just a filing, an annual filing. So number one, how many houses were approved in 2019? And the answer is 3. That's 2 less than last year. Number 2, is the jurisdiction scheduled to complete the mandatory 5-year cycle comprehensive plan review? And no, that's in 2020. So I'll have that for you all next year. Number 3, were there any changes, including land use changes, annexation, zoning ordinance changes, rezonings, new schools, change in water sewer service area, etc.? And the answer was yes. So please see the attached map, which corresponds with A through D on the following list. So since I do not have the map on the screen, I'll just go through A and D. A, we had a sewer classification amendment, which was approved by Frederick County, map 300, parcel 1894, tax ID 0558837. This classification was changed from S4 to S3. All utilities for the lot were constructed in 2004, so we expect it was a previous administrative error on behalf of the county. B, a forest conservation plan, site plan, and improvement plan were approved for the Rutter's convenience store to be located at 10201 Tawnytown Pike. The proposed project consists of creating an 8380 square foot Rutter's convenience store. The proposed facility will include 7 gasoline fuel islands, 5 diesel fuel bays, along with a truck scale, 28 short-term tractor-trailer parking spaces, and 59 passenger vehicle parking spaces. A pump station will be built, which is being proposed to serve up to 500 single-family homes, 50 acres of commercial development, including retail, restaurants, and 1 convenience store, which is the Rutters. Full build-out is expected by 2021, and the proposed use was consistent with our zoning ordinance and comprehensive plan. C, a subdivision was approved for 140 South Seaton Avenue. The project consisted of subdividing this property into 2 lots. The main lot was 0.479 acres, and it created lots 1 and lots 2. Lot 1 fronts South Seaton Avenue and consists of a single-family dwelling with garage. Lot 2 fronts South School Lane and consists of a large garage. The subdivision was consistent with our zoning ordinance and comprehensive plan. D, a site plan was approved for a Dunkin', formerly known as Dunkin' Donuts, which is to be located at 103 Silo Hill Parkway. The proposed project consists of converting the Silo Hill Car Wash into an 1,860 square feet Dunkin' fast food restaurant with drive-through operations. The applicant proposes to eliminate 2 of the eastern self-service washing bays and renovate the remaining 1 automatic and 2 self-serving washing bays. The property use is consistent with the town's zoning ordinance and comprehensive plan. E, a new sign code, which is Chapter 1738 of the town's zoning ordinance, was adopted on August 5th, 2019. It can be found on our website. And so that's for that section. Are there any questions on that section? For 4, did your jurisdiction identify any recommendations for improving the planning and development process within your jurisdiction? No, not in 2019. Are there any issues that planning can assist you with in 2020? That is the state planning department, and I did not have any at this time. And have all members of the Planning Commission Board of Appeals completed the educational training as required? And yes, all members have completed that training. Just for background information, the Dunkin' Donuts is moving along really fast. They submitted a zoning permit application last week on Thursday, I believe, and they're just finishing up some of the conditions that was put on their plan by the board, such as getting a bond for their improvements and other things. But I should be approving that probably the end of this week, next week. Just waiting for our engineer to get back to us. The Rudders, haven't heard anything from them lately, but it's still moving along. So.
Has there been any progress in getting the State Highway Administration's approval?
For Rudders?
Yeah.
No, there's been no problems. They're just getting their final approvals right now, but they're expecting everything to be okay. They're still, I think, debating regarding the sidewalks. So, but that's between them.
Okay. Okay, are there any questions of the report from anyone?
Very,
I had one, just one comment, and it's on page 1 of the report. Very first paragraph, line 2, at the very end of the sentence. Should that be today's date, 2020?
Oh, yes. Good catch. January 27th, 2020.
Ah,
Yep.
I didn't, just in case. Other than that, no other.
Perfect. Thank you.
Made sense, so thank you.
Mm-hmm.
very good.
And I'll print that off, Keith, before you leave.
Okay. Very good. Any other questions? Okay. Someone please make a motion to approve.
I move that we approve the 2019 annual report.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Joyce.
Very good.
Any last questions or comments regarding this report?
No.
Okay, all those in favor of the motion to approve, please say aye.
Aye?
Aye. Oppose? Unanimous approval? Takes care of the report. We have nobody for a public comment, item 8. So, Zach, what will be our next meeting, do you think?
Yep, we will have a meeting on February 24th at 7:30. This will be to review 600 East Main Street site plan for the Maryland Insurance Brokers.
February 24th.
Yes, 24th at 7:30.
That's the property that we had a change in zoning last summer?
That's correct. The Baldacchino property.
Yes. And this would be what kind of approval we need to make?
Site plan.
Site plan approval. Okay.
And looking at the concept, it looks really nice. So I think you guys are going to look forward to really like what they got to propose.
Okay. 24th of February. Please put that on your calendars.
Got it.
Okay. That appears to be everything we have on our agenda. Is there a motion that we adjourn?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Do I have a second to adjourn?
Second.
It's been seconded. All those in favor of the motion to adjourn, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
Questions?
Got it within 15 minutes.
Nice job.